Hello, Suns fans. This is Suns Latest. I am Rich Rubin. Happy Thanksgiving. As of this recording, over 1,100 Sunscribers to Suns Latest on FanArch. Thank you for subscribing. Let's get right to it. Quote, "I'm not a complainer, I'm a whiner." And quote, Danny Ainge. Hey, at least he's self-aware. Yes, he's... The only time Danny Ainge was cool is when he was on the Suns. Let's just leave it at that. Danny Ainge is a shyster. I'm not going to leave it at that. Danny Ainge is a shyster. He's conniving. He's a snake. He is kind of a jerk. He's also a really good executive. He's also cold-blooded, and you kind of need that in the NBA. And he was also a really good and still to this day an underrated player. But off the bench for us in '93, Danny Ainge was money. I'd put Danny Ainge on the Suns at any given point in his career. He was always good. Really good athlete, too. All right, so let's get to the game tonight. Suns at Kings. Suns at Kings. This was a cup game. And since we won 112-100, we are now 3-0 in cup play. I don't care. The only incentive for cup play is if you win, the players on the team each get 500 grand. That's all I know about cup play, and that the floor screws with my eyes. Dunn and Green and Allen still out for the Suns. Sabonis and Schroeder out for the Kings. God, Schroeder's played for every team. He's like Rondo. He's just played for everybody. Mark Williams off of load management. He ate against former Sun Drew Eubanks. 21, 9 of 12 shooting, 16 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 assists. 3 steals, 4 assists. 9 offensive rebounds from Mark. Couple of timely putbacks, too. Yeah, he's full. We got an early lead, never trailed. 41-16 at the end of the first, and up by 22 at the half. Kings made it 83-73 entering the fourth. Or did they? Did 3 other people with whistles possibly help that happen? We talked about what happens in the third if it looks like it's going to be a blowout heading into the fourth. See what happened? Suns started the fourth by scoring the first 7 points. Colin Gillespie gets his first start of the season, 34 minutes, 8 for 15, 21 points, 4 of 9 on threes, 9 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 4 turnovers. His first start of the season. He gets a pass. Made a Nash-like reverse that was in a blur. Kings did not see it coming. That boy good. Book goes 6 for 22, 2 for 9 from 3 for 19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, only 1 turnover. That's weird for him. I want to see. He needs to blow it out. There's something going on. He might, if he is doing that thing where his hammy is bothering him and he's injured and he's not saying anything, I'm going to fly to Phoenix and give him a good stern talking to. Seriously, if you're injured, sit. It's okay. It's early in the season. Dylan Brooks came back down to earth. He's been on a tear lately, but 4 for 12, 13 points, 1 for 4 on threes, 3 rebounds. It's Dylan Brooks. He does a lot of stuff that does not show up in the box score. I want him starting for the rest of his natural-born life. Roy's had his usual steady game, 3 for 9 on threes, 9 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals. Good game for Oso off the bench, 8 points on 4 for 4 shooting. Jordan Goodwin, 8 rebounds, 7 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 24 minutes off the bench. Didn't do well from 3, but none of the Suns really did last night. The newest Sun, Jamari Bouye, 4 for 6, 3 for 5 from 3 for 11 points. I like that new guy. 46% from the field for us as a team, 33% from 3. That's got to be around 37 for us to be competitive. I know it was against the lowly Kings, but I don't care. In fact, that's when we really should be shining. 70% from the line. We've really got to address free throws and threes. I can live with anything over 44% from the field. I can live with that as long as we're doing around 85 to 90 from the line. Out rebounded the Kings 47-41. Suns are a decent rebounding team with a quarter of the season over, if you can believe that or not. A good convincing win. We are supposed to beat teams like the Kings, and we did. We are 12-7, 4-4 on the road. Kings drop to 5-14. Next up, we are at the Champs on Friday, so we take today off, enjoy our Thanksgiving, and then we have to go to Oklahoma, and they have lost one game. As far as I know, they were 17-1 last I checked. I think they played last night too, but I didn't check their score. So yeah, we are at OKC Friday at 6:30 p.m. Let's get to your comments. I know I'm not making a big jump, big parade about this win. As I said, we're supposed to beat the Kings. I do like the fact that we just went into Sacramento and we took them down. And there was no question that we were going to beat them. after the loss to the Rockets. I think the Suns needed a day of rest, and I think when this team is rested and ready to go, they don't care who they're playing. They just want to beat them, and I like that about this team. James Reese, 8422. Suns have been super aggressive on defense. Yeah. Deserve most of the fouls called against them, but they're not getting the same calls when they are on offense. They have to be much more careful with turnovers. 100%, 100%. I always want to make sure that I'm not being biased just because it's my team. Sometimes I feel the lack of respect from the refs. I felt in the third quarter last night. I think that's a reality that Suns have until I don't know what. I don't know what gets you there in the heads of the ref or the heads of the league, but sometimes I think we get the short end of the stick. Dagoon R. Booker has been taking tons of flack online for bad games, including from myself. I thought he had a bad game tonight. He's the best player on our team, and a lot of nights the best on the court. The fact that he's at 26, 4, and 7 while being double and triple teamed every night is more than amazing. It's a really good point. When the other guys don't hit open shots, everybody focuses on Book. So yeah, he's going to have a stinker every now and then, just like every other star in the league. Relax. We were supposed to be at the bottom of the NBA. Really, really good points, Doug Goon. Thank you for that. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Booker, if he isn't in triple team, he's definitely getting double team because, well, it's going to stop because teams are realizing it's like, well, Goodwin can shoot, Gillespie can shoot, Dillon Brooks decided to be a good offensive player, Mark Williams ain't no slouch. So the double teams, the consistent double teams on Book are going to fade away as the rest of the NBA is going to have to contest everybody else on our team, which is a really good thing. Curious Mind 2525, hello, sir. I mentioned that Curious Mind 2525 should go to ESPN. They should fire everybody, especially Perkins, and that he should be doing ESPN stuff. Very smart man you are. If ESPN were to hire me, would I have to dress up like Cam Newton every day? I don't think you got the money for that kind of wardrobe, my friend. I have no experience working the clown show at the circus. As for ESPN's Perkins, did he really play professional basketball? Well, he was on the Celtics and he was on the Thunder. He was on the court. He took up a little bit of space. He was actually pretty effective for the Celtics as just a big body for them and relief of Kevin Garnett, I think. As far as playing, he got a rebound every now and then. I know I watched a man named Kendrick Perkins in the NBA, but are they the same person? LMAO. Boomer Bro, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Boomer Bro. Thank you very much for that. I don't want to talk too much today because I want to go eat. But first of all, the Bucks NBA news. This is something that I've been watching, and I mentioned it over the summer, and it had to do with Giannis, and we'll get to it. The Bucks are 8-10 and have dropped 5 straight, 3 of those losses with Giannis out. And he was questionable for last night's game in Miami. Again, I didn't look at last night's scores. I didn't care. I just wanted to watch the Suns game. Since last summer, there have been rumblings about him bailing if the Bucks don't make changes. Last summer was the first time he spoke about it. He even hinted at the Knicks. He didn't say it, but he's kind of cryptic and a little bit, passive-aggressive, like LeBron when it comes to this kind of talk. Now they are struggling to stay at 500 when he's healthy. And they got old really quick, and they got bad really quick. He's also having another MVP caliber season. God, he is good. 4th in scoring at 31.4. 8th in rebounds at 10.8. 14th in assists at 6.8. And he is shooting 62.9% from the field. What more do you want from this guy? He's unstoppable. Obviously change any team's future for the better. And he's still he seems like he's getting better. It's really weird with the Luka and the Joker and the SGA talk about MVP. You forget, it's like, you guys, Giannis could have been MVP the last 3 years in a row and it wouldn't have been an issue. He's that freaking good. We don't have a shot at him, but I'm always fascinated at how the entire league can shift once a top 5 player gets traded. If the Bucks are still under 500, as the trade deadline approaches, look for him to be pursued seriously by the Knicks. And if he goes to the Knicks, that means the Bucks are going to get somebody like Cat, maybe Mikal Bridges, I don't know, but the Knicks will get real scary. Alrighty, let's do Legend of the Day Super Subs. This was thought up by Sunscriber Nevetsov out of Kentucky, where he led the Wildcats to the 1996 NCAA title. He was the most outstanding player of the tournament. They got to change that. It's just MOP doesn't sound like MVP. They need to change that, right? Right? Tell me I'm wrong. And was the SEC Player of the Year. 6'1", 189-pound combo guard taken 16th overall in the 96 draft by Charlotte, Tony Delk. Now, Delk played all 82 games for Phoenix in 2000 and 0001, averaging a career-high 12.3 points per game. His best years were with the Suns. Delk also is the greatest Suns player to ever wear 00 because he's the only Suns player to ever wear 00. Ryan Dunn is wearing 0 right now. Robert Parrish wore 00. Didn't John Sally? John Sally. I want to say when he went to the... Right? That's my cat. Right? When John Sally went to the Bulls, I think he wore 00. I'm not 100% on that. High energy face, the basket player who gave us instant energy and good defense every time he stepped on the floor. And as good as he was in college, he wasn't really fast enough for his size to become an all-star, but really smart, made the most of his gifts. He had played 10 NBA seasons for 8 different teams. The strangest and best thing about Tony Delk is that when he got a chance to start, he almost always made a splash. He is best remembered for this doesn't happen a lot. Hi, that's the cat. His name is Sponge. He's just hanging out. He wants me to give him turkey. Hi, buddy. Where are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining Suns Latest, everybody. This is Sponge. He's a good guy. All right. The strangest and best thing about Tony Delk is that when he got a chance to start, he almost always made a splash, and he is best remembered for his 53-point explosion against the Kings in 01 as a Phoenix Suns player. He finished 20 of 27 from the field. He made 13 of 15 free throws. He shot 1 3-point field goal in that game, and he missed it. This is the only game of Delk's career where he scored more than 30 points. So he never scores more than 30. He gets to Arco Arena, and he goes nuts for 53. And it's still, I think it's still the Arco Arena record. It's not Arco where the Kings play anymore, but that record, if it's still that record, it's standing forever. It was out of nowhere, and to this day, it's one of the greatest offensive performances by a Suns player ever. It is the 7th highest single scoring output that a Suns player has ever had. It's a top 10 scoring output, and Tony Delk played for us for a minute. It was really... Everybody talks about the 53-point game, and a really good guy. Teammates loved him. Coaches loved him. After Tony retired, coached all over the nation, eventually becoming a scout for the Nuggets, and he's working for the Nuggets now. So when the Nuggets come to Phoenix on March 24th, because I know this because I just bought tickets, so I'm going to Phoenix for that. I got to see Joker, and I want to take my dad. You might see Tony Delk. Scouts aren't always at the games, but since he has ties to Phoenix, you might see Tony Delk at that game. He wore 00 in college, and that jersey hangs in Rupp Arena in Kentucky. Your Suns legend of the day, super sub, is Tony Delk. I'm not going to keep you from your turkey or whatever it is you're eating today. Whatever it is, I hope you're with people you love. I hope you're with people who love you. And if you're not, stuff your face anyway. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching Suns Latest. We'll do this again tomorrow.